realize you were coming over. I'm thinking for this tune, we do something a little different. Instead of starting with the chords and getting all into the deep end of music theory and all that stuff, let's switch it up. Let's start with the drums and create a whole kind of drum loop, maybe even a longer than a loop, maybe like a 8 or 16 bar section that has really clear rhythmic hit points and accents, and then build the chords and the bass line around that. Let's get off the MIDI keyboard this time and use the fretless bass. And then in terms of the chords, I'm thinking of going in the direction of using a pad, like a really like drum and bass kind of pad sound. Those are my initial thoughts. That's my game plan. Let's do it. What happens if our kick does some kind of group of 5 16th notes, 1 and then 2, 3, 4, 5 until we hit another one, but we don't need those in between. It just occupies, that kick drum occupies a space of 5 16th notes. And let's get a hi-hat in here just so we can feel a pulse. Let's see what happens with 5s all the way across. Sometimes this is a fun way to start a drum pattern, is just thinking strictly numbers and groupings. Yeah, I like this. But let's get a rim on 2 and 4 to anchor this, because right now it's just kind of this cycling groups of 5. There's really there's nowhere to grab onto rhythmically. On beat 2 of the second bar, the kick and the rim are happening at the same time, and also over here on beat 4 of the fourth bar. So let's shift those. Let's see. Maybe one of them will scoot the kick earlier, and then this one will scoot it later. Let's try it. That works for me. So already there's a huge piece of the puzzle here that we could basically allow to dictate the bass line, and that's this kick pattern, which is essentially groups of 5. Let's see if we can maybe make it feel a little bit more cohesive though, because right now it's interesting, but I can't really predict where it's going. Maybe we have this be the same as this. Don't ga So shift it over. So now don't ga So now there's a phrase. There's 2 elements that I'm able to grab onto. There's in the first 2 bars, there's don't decon don't. And then on the second 2 bars, it ends with decon. This moment repeats over here, and then this moment repeats here and here. So now I'm thinking in terms of a chord idea or harmony or melody. I'm now focusing on that as the rhythmic thing to synchronize with in the drum. So it would be something like go ga go ga ga. Let's jump into the chords. I know I'm going to play fretless bass over this, so maybe we go to the key of E so we can get that low E. I rigged this sound up so that there's filters that kind of go up and down. It's pretty epic. I like this. Let's speed it up. Maybe we're at 110 now. Maybe 135. We got our E minor 11 with the 9th in the bass, F sharp, and then the 3rd, G, the 11th, A, and the B all right next to one another, which is really nice. Nice little cluster. And then the 7th, D, a repetition of the 9th, the F sharp, an octave higher, and then the 11th, a repetition of it over here, the A. I'm thinking now, just let the fretless bass kind of do its thing. Those rhythms on the 4th beat with the kick drum, the 4th beat of each bar, I'm going to make sure I kind of synchronize or dance with those rhythmic moments on the fretless bass. And everything else, I'm going to just kind of not overthink it. I tend to go down this road where I really try to match every little thing up with something that's going on in the drums or in the keyboard part, and that can be really cool. It can kind of create this like MC Escher kind of jigsaw puzzle type of sound where everything fits together and is interlocking in all these kind of intricate ways, and that's satisfying. But I'm gonna just let the pad kind of take the lead in this case, where just follow that cloudy kind of drifting over top the groove kind of feel and just see where that goes. Should probably just record from the get-go. I always jam out, get a bunch of stuff going, and then only until I have blisters on my fingers do I finally hit record. So we're gonna do that right off the bat. There we go. The drum pattern is now, it's demanding that we change it. This ending over here now feels too weird. So we'll do this. Yeah, okay. I like that. Kind of launching up and then like melting down. That's the general shape. But now I want to go even higher up and come down. So like, might be too far, but let's go all the way up. Stuck to the game plan. We got those drums together. That worked out pretty nice. We got the fretless bass in the mix. We got a nice pad, and we got a bonus lead solo in there, which was pretty fun. If you'd like to learn how to do stuff like this or anything else you see on the channel, hit me up for a one-on-one lesson. You'll find the links in the description. And if you want to see the full uncut session of how this was put together and other sessions like this, head over to my Patreon, where you'll find all sorts of fun stuff: samples, MIDI, project files, and recordings of these sessions. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.